Hi and welcome to Healthy Life Hacks. I'm Jefferies, the present day wise woman, a realistic naturopath coming to you from the surfing beaches of Australia. This podcast is for those of you who are wanting to really rock your life and health and live from a place of prevention. Let's get into today's episode. Jen, I've got body systems that are meant to detoxify and clean my body, don't I? So why should I cleanse? And I get asked that all the time. And it's like, you know what? The reality is, yeah, we do. We have amazing body systems. Our body is the coolest collection of body systems that all work together, but sometimes they need a little bit of support. The reason is we just push our bodies harder nowadays than we used to. So yeah, we've got a digestive system. And if it wants to, literally, if it wants to cleanse, you're going to do a projectile vomit or shoo, you'll eliminate in a diarrhea kind of way. Yes, you will. That's it. So we've got that body system. And yet we've got kidneys, and our kidneys are all about filtering out the toxins of our blood and eliminating them through our urine. Talking about blood, we've also got our lymphatic system. This is one of my favorite body systems, and it's like a vacuum cleaner for your blood. And just think about it. It's like our body's sewage system. Its job is to maintain all the fluid levels in all our body tissues by moving everything that's leaking out of our blood vessels. It is. And our lymphatic system follows everywhere where our circulatory system goes. And I did a great podcast just on the lymphatic system in the past. I'll put a link in the show notes. Easy. So we also have a liver, and liver detoxifies by changing that kind of chemical makeup of what lots of toxins are so that our body can deal with them. So yes, we have detoxifying body systems and they're working constantly. They just don't get a break. And so many of us, we eat our maybe 3 meals and 2 snacks a day or something like that. And so there is that, that really nice steady flow of nutrients that are coming into our body. And even in a healthy body, you can still benefit by having a rest day. And as a naturopath, we prescribe rest days all the time. It's something that we solidly believe in. 1 day a week, giving your body a rest day. And that's not a lay around, play ladies days. That's actually just rest all your body systems so that they can catch up with you. Every time we're kind of eating, our body is digesting the foods that we eat. Cool, tick. And hopefully if the body's in balance, absorbing and moving all the nutrients around your body's cells through the circulatory system, through the bloodstream. Okay, so that's all good. And our cells either use them now or they go, oh, hang on, too much of that. I'm going to store that one for later. Now, if we're eating more than what our body actually needs at one time, we can get that backup of stored stuff. And this is where it's our metabolism's job to manage that. What we see in the world is that we're adding in more food, and that freshly added food takes priority over what's already been stored for later. And so when we're not giving our body a break, like naturopathically we say once a week, metabolism problems can be hanging around. And it's not like weight gain. It can be so much more. We start putting pressure on other body systems, and that's not cool. So some processes in our cells, they actually get kind of put on hold while our body's trying to manage the oversupply of other things. And one of these processes is actually called autophagy. Now, autophagy is like our own cells' internal cleaning process. And when we slow the intake of foods, autophagy, it turns on. And that's the way it's meant to be. So that old, worn out kind of obsolete components in our cells and all that, they're like, yep, time to exit, get rid of these, time to flush them out. And our body knows how to break them down and remove them. Fantastic. But when we're not giving our body that kind of periodic break that allows autophagy to be activated naturally, that's where we start running into trouble. I love that there's so much research around nowadays because things like intermittent fasting have become more popular. But I did a podcast just on fasting and how just eating nothing is not good for you. That's not what I'm talking about. So in 2016, the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine was awarded to a Japanese guy for his discoveries in the mechanisms for autophagy. Now, if you're a science nutter like me, I'm going to put a link in the show notes because it's actually seriously interesting. And what he found was that autophagy also helps the support of our heart and brain. Guys, it's not just about weight. We need to be giving our body a break so that all of our body systems get their natural processes to happen so they can recharge and regenerate. So autophagy is really essential for long-term maintenance of good health, not just weight loss. And in the past, a lot of research has been done around that, not around all the body systems being supported with it, which is why I wanted to do this podcast. So for me as a naturopath, cleansing is essential. Now, like I said, as naturopaths, we say generally a day a week. Even if you did a day a month, your body would be way ahead of the game. Your body would be able to start using up some of those excess stored nutrients. Now, the difference is, like I shared on podcast number 79, where I talk about the F word, the fasting word, it's not about calorie deprivation. It's really important to actually support our body system with herbs. I am a naturopath. We love herbs. So we want to support those detoxifying body systems so that our body is not put under more stress. Because when we're put under more stress, that causes more of the problem to what we had in the first place. So I am the biggest fan of adaptogens, and I'm sure you've gotten that because I talk about them in so many podcasts. So I never put anyone on any kind of cleanse, and haven't for 30 years as a naturopath, unless I prescribe adaptogens as well. I want their body to deal with stress. And no, there's not one adaptogen. They're a class because so that we're looking at, again, we're not one body system. We've got to look at all the body systems. So that's important. Things like ashwagandha, eutherio, rhodiola, they're really useful adaptogens to start with. And then, I want to be, not just giving herbs, the typical kind of herbs that people do things like, dandelion root and that, which helps to support liver. I like herbs like burdock root. Burdock root is a really cool herb that we use in clinic for literally trying to clean, well, not trying, it really does. It helps support cleaning the skin from the inside out. Super cool. I also love herbs like Suma Brazilian ginseng. So there are so many different ginsengs in the world. The Brazilian ginseng is excellent and soothing on the gastro system. I also love aloe vera, but aloe vera has to come from that inner leaf gel of the plant. And when you do that, you get the polysaccharides, which help, again, digestive support to be able to, so that your body comes more into balance and can take up nutrients. As a naturopath, we talk about the doctrine of signatures. And the doctrine of signatures is where we look at the part of the plant and how it relates back to our body. And so when we look at that with the kind of herbs that we're using, again, we're not telling the body to detox. We're supporting the body's natural body systems to do their job better. The same as the constituents in a herb help that plant do its job better. It's just they work the same. Mother Nature was so clever. She gave us herbs for a reason. I love it. So I'm going to put in the show notes some links. You can go and check out some of the herbs I take if you're into that kind of thing. And really only one healthy life hack for today, and that's to try a cleanse day. And like I said, if you can't commit to the one a week, which is naturopathic thinking, even if you did one a month, one a season, every time it's like, it's spring, do a cleanse. Summer, first day of summer, do a cleanse. Even if you did it seasonally for one day, that would be way better than not doing it all. We want to start having your body be able to deal with some of those stored bits that aren't meant to be stored the way they're being stored. We want to take the pressure off the body systems so they can work properly. If you haven't done a cleanse yet, the healthy life hack is to give one a crack. And remember, if you're going to do that, just make sure that you keep your water up. And I've done so many podcasts on water that we need around 33 mils per kilo per day minimum just to have our body operating. If you're going to be taking herbs, you want to up that, again, to make it easy for the herbs to do their job. If you've got any questions, flick me a message. All good. Really happy to answer any questions that you've got. So when you head over to the show notes, www.healthylifehacks.com.au, you will find, I'm going to put the link in there for that research because I found it super interesting. I'll also put a link to some of the herbal tonics that I take because I find them really useful for me too. So I just like to share what I'm up to. That's it. Out of here. Have a fabulous week. I want to thank you for being here today. If you enjoyed my podcast, please let me know by leaving a review on Apple Podcast. Every month, I draw one lucky person who leaves a review on Apple Podcasts to have a free 1-hour consultation with me. Be sure to subscribe to the show wherever you're tuning in from so that you always catch the next episode. And if you would like to receive a free copy of my Feed Your Body ebook, simply click the link in the comments below. Join my newsletter and we will get that free ebook sent to you. I welcome your emails, and you can write to me at podcast@healthylifehacks.com.au. Until next time, remember, when it comes to life, live it, love it, and get on with it.